get the fuck out of it. Well, then I'm going to have to go to Apple and have them break my phone and find out what the hell is going on in the damn phone. Have them pry the phone open and tell me what the fuck is going on.
You're being tracked the old-fashioned way.
And how is that?
They're following you.
They're not following me because I wouldn't have found out. I wouldn't know they're following me.
It was a 5-speed automatic with a third-row seat. Honda EXF.
If they're following me, then tell them to come up to me and say something, and they won't be standing. Have them come up to me like a man, and they won't be standing upright. Okay?
The van
was both on the same time. I'll take them both on the same time.
The van was light blue.
All right. Well, you know what? Okay. So now I need to go to Apple and figure out what's going on with this phone.
It was for $5,935.
Is that right? All right, I got to change this number. It's the number. It's how they're tracking me for the number.
How are they tracking you with the number, George?
How would they fucking know that?
Because you're being followed, and I'm the only connection you have to Discord. So I wouldn't get rid of
Wait. I'm being followed. Okay, so I'm being followed. How would they fucking know that information, though?
Because after you left, they went in and asked what you were looking for.
No, I didn't go in there. I made a phone call. Big difference. I didn't actually go there. I just made a phone call.
All I'm saying is they know about this car.
How do they know about this car?
Because they follow up on all their leads, George, and people talk for money.
I didn't go there. I made a phone call. So how would they know that?
Are they listening? You never told me about it.
They won't be listening because I'm changing the phone number.
You never told me about it.
How would they fucking know?
Changing the number is not going to help you, George. They have people around you.
Okay. Well, why don't these people come up to me then, like a man, take me on?
Because they're paid not to.
Have them come up to me like a fucking man and take me on. And let's see how that works.
George, changing the number won't do anything.
How the fuck would they know something that I did on the phone?
Did you tell anybody?
No. No, it's through the phone. That's the only way it can be.
Have you been anywhere unusual lately?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you been anywhere unusual that you don't know?
No. No.
Have you checked the new minivan? That's what it is, dumbass. They put something in the new car. That's what it has to be.
I would have caught them.
What if they got one in while you were going around the old minivan at the BP where they filmed you? They distracted you when you went to the store because you moved the van across the street, and they probably went in then.
No, nobody's been in this car.
They don't have to be in the car, George. It's a magnet they can put under the bumper. It's
okay. A good car wash would knock it off. A good car wash with scrub bristles would knock that thing right off.
George,
it's
a magnet.
If there's a bristle that's coming down to the back end of the chassis, and the side of the car, that bristle is going to knock that thing right off.
No, George, it's not. You can drive your car through all you want. Parabolic microphones are attached to those things. There's something in the car.
Well, I'll have the rental car people look at it for me and tell me. Or I'll change vehicles. How about that?
That might be a safe option.
I'll change fucking vehicles. They will not know the car that I purchased. They will not know the car that I purchased. They will not know anything. And that's why I cannot get you involved in that, because that's how they'll know. If I get another car, you'll tell them.
All they got to do is log on to DMV, George, now and then get your plate information. All I got to do is go to Been Verified, and it'll tell me what car is registered to you. That's easy.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, you can't get. That's a privacy matter. Privacy matter. The only ones who can do that are police, and they're not police.
George.
Not just police, but police.
George, I have the power to do that.
You're not a police officer, and they're not a police officer. They don't have any power to do shit.
Did you not see Marty's post in Facebook the other day that he just keeps checking DMV records for a new record vehicle for you? Why don't you pay attention to this stuff?
That information cannot be given or leaked. And if it does get leaked, they don't know the car.
All they got to do is call DMV, give them your old address and birthday, tell them they're you, and they'll tell them anything in the record.
No.
Yeah.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
Just like they called the gym to get personal information from me, and the guy there told him, "You're not Mr. Yarid. Goodbye."
But the person at DMV
they called Gold's Gym to get personal information from me, and they told him, "You're not Mr. Yarid. Goodbye." And then they put them in check, and he gets no information, trying to figure out where I reside at and my new number. They got the number, but they didn't get the number that way. And when they try to get a new number from me, and they didn't get shit.
George, it's Marty McFly.
I don't. Let me spit in his face. That's what I think of him.
Why don't you work this out with him so it stops?
I'm not working out anything with him. He's fucking stalking me and needs to fucking. He's going to pay the consequences and pay the Pied Piper, and he's going to pay in spades. He keeps this shit up, and he's building himself up some evidence going against him. He's going to fucking get locked up, or if he's in South Africa, they will cut his damn internet connection off. What they do in South Africa.
George, you told him to keep this shit up 18 months ago, GG. You told him for months. Then George, when was the case of all cases? It's been over a year. Nothing has stopped. Because you won't do anything. You just take it, and he's a bully, and he knows you're easy picking.
I'm not easy picking. I haven't been able to do anything because of my current situation. I haven't been able to do anything. I'm on survival mode, just to try to do what I need to do to get through the day. I'm on survival mode, just to try to get through the day. What I'm doing.
George, I've told you to stop being in survival mode.
What can you do that you already haven't done? Make it worse?
It can this time.
Make it really fucking worse, huh?
So I'm going to make it worse.
What are you able to do that you haven't done before and the prior times before? Please tell me.
File a lawsuit against him and his company. You heard it. Chris Hansen said Goon Squad Entertainment. You heard it.
Why am I getting the feeling that he's telling you to do this?
Who is he?
This clown from wherever he's from.
I've never had a conversation with Chris Hansen on the telephone.
I'm not talking about Chris Hansen. I'm talking about this fucking weasel.
So once again, Marty and I are teaming up to get you, like he's on the other line right now. Just listen.
Listen carefully. It wouldn't surprise me.
George, you always act like this when it comes to Marty.
He's a fucking weasel. What he is.
He's a weasel.
Top goes the weasel.
The biggest issue you face is that if you do not disprove what they are saying, they will use the affirmative defense that everything they said is true until proven differently, George.
I don't have to do a goddamn thing, though I will, because he's ruining or trying to ruin my reputation. Yeah, he's already fucking ruined my reputation already. I don't have to do a damn fucking thing.
You do.
I don't have to do a damn fucking thing because I know that that's not up for debate. I don't have to do a damn fucking thing to anybody because I know it's not up for debate. It's not up for debate. It's none of their fucking business.
If you want to file a lawsuit, George, you have to mitigate the damages. You have to show that what has been said about you is not true. You have to publicly say it. You are a public figure. I've told you.
I am not a public figure. I am not a public figure.
Yes, you are.
I am not a public figure. No, I'm not. I am not a public figure. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not. I'm not a public figure. No, I'm not.
Until you overturn Judge Gibney's ruling, you are forever going to be a public figure.
I'm not a public figure.
You are a public figure.
I don't care. You can say it many times as you want, and say it any way you want to say it to make it sound good. I am not a public figure.
You are a public figure. Judge Gibney said so. I'll show you the order.
No.
You have been held to be a public figure.
I'm not a public
figure. You
figure.
to deal with it, George. I offered to do a notice of appeal and help you. She wouldn't let me help you because I was going to switch.
Oh, but you already fucking did all the help you could in the courtroom.
I did what you asked me to do.
You already did enough damage in the courtroom, okay?
I took the stand, Joel.
That was a mistake.
Well, I didn't put me up there.
That was a mistake for me to even do that because the question I wanted to ask you, he wouldn't let me ask you that question. There are the 3 questions I wanted to ask you, and he would not let me ask those questions.
What were those questions?
What's your affiliation with the defendants?
I have none.
Yeah. And did you do their legal documents after you helped me with mine? Did you do any legal help for them?
If you say so.
No. Yes or no?
No, not to my recollection. Judge, I have over 300 clients a year. I don't remember a William Faulkner.
Oh, is that right? Is that right? Okay, well, let's be precise. Sean Brennan and Will Markland. Sean Brennan lives in Los Angeles, or what the hell is that? I know where he lives. I can't think of that whatever.
George, you didn't lose that question as you would have admitted perjury, Gigi.
Excuse me?
George, you would have admitted to being perjurous.
What are you talking about?
Because according to the judge, you did all your own paperwork. Oh.
I'm saying, no, you did the actual, no. You actually did the forming the documents. That's not perjuring myself. You had formed the documents, and he already knew that.
You filed a certification in federal court each and every time saying that you had no help.
I paid you to form the document. No help with the legal jargon. No help with the legal jargon, but there was help in formulating and documenting the papers, which you did when you were doing it. But the question being is, did you do their papers, one Sean Brennan in Los Amigos Street, and did you do one the documents and the form of the papers for Will Markland in North Hollywood, California? Yes or no?
No. So it was obvious once you stepped in the courtroom that you had no knowledge. That female deputy, when we were waiting on you to show up because you were late.
I know. I wasn't late.
That lady looked at the law clerk and said, "How did that idiot even get this far?"
Yeah,
I heard it come out of her mouth.
Well, you know what? She's a cunt, and she's a fucking cunt. And I would tell her that she is. If she said it to my face, I would call her a cunt.
I mean,
I would call her a fucking cunt because she can keep her goddamn comments to herself pertaining to a documentation. She keep her comments to herself, but she didn't dare utter that in front of me. Now I don't see that. Did the court reporter take that pretty much from her? Did a court reporter put that down on the document?
I haven't seen it.
And what I find very strange is that court reporter, or whoever that fucking person that was doing the transcript, put words in my mouth.
He wrote down everything you said.
No. Yeah, I find it very suspicious and very fucking odd because he was putting words in my fucking mouth. So I don't know about all that shit. That was fucking a bunch of monkey business from the very beginning.
George, he recorded everything first. He had a microphone. It was a digital.
He put words in my mouth.
Like what, George?
I don't recollect. I don't remember. I know he put words in my mouth. But I have to go back. I mean, I don't have time to do all that, but I know that's what it was. So I found that very suspicious. Very suspicious, and just makes me wonder what else was involved in that, and who was paid.
So they went so far as to pay the court reporter to lie.
I don't know. I just find it suspicious.
You never told the judge that you were bushed?
It's suspicious, that whole thing is.
How you were working all night, and how the judge had to keep telling you to stand up?
The guy was an ass.
I tried to teach you court etiquette, George. You wouldn't listen.
He's a fucking ass. No, I handled myself. The judge wouldn't allow what I had on Sean Brennan, the diagram of him admitting that he went to the film festival and made a profit off my work.
Because without the certificates from the registration office, you had no case.
I had the certificate there. It wasn't the certificate. It was the certificate he needs to know was the actual registration number. The registration number was the order number.
You thought this was just going to be an easy ride, like walking into Henrico County Courthouse.
Listen to me. If I would have known that he was going to try it that day, you damn right I would have had Kristen and Kevin and everybody else there.
He gave you an opportunity to make a promise.
The hell, he did try it. He fucking tried it right then and there and found it and did some horse shit. Did some fucking horse shit and fucking did what he did.
And still, so Will Markland, without even walking into court, defended himself.
Listen to me very carefully. That's Will Markland. I should have never dropped that case against Will Markland. You talked me into doing some BS that didn't amount to anything.
I got you what you wanted with the copyright. It was a trade.
Yeah, but it still didn't. It didn't really do much.
Billy Baxter said that they're talking about redoing the copyright again, just a couple again.
Well, you know what? All they have to do is know that basically that I did what I did. Okay, and it can also be brought up in court again, and then if there was any question about it, they would be fed. Then that would be a case that I would win, because all they have to do is go back to who started the name, and they will be fast tracked, and they will lose any rights. They will lose any rights, and if that son of a bitch does it again, and the fact that he dropped it, that will prove also against him as well. That will prove against him for the fact that he opened it and dropped it just to cause a problem and a reaction. And that's the problem for the bitch. He thinks that he can do anything he wants beyond reproach. Both him and that other fucker. Both think they can do whatever they want beyond reproach, and that doesn't work that way. Because this shit, if it gets back to that courtroom, it's going to be brought up. And if it's based upon that, I will win the damn case.
You were the one that says no one controls you, so you made the decision to drop the case against Will yourself.
Well, that was an egregious mistake. That was an egregious mistake that I did. A fucked up thing that I did. I did not listen to you.
And he agreed to drop the copyright. It was a fair deal.
It was the trademark, not the copyright.
The trademark.
He should have dropped all the damn shit. I could bring his ass back in, and I will. I can bring his ass back in there for all this defamation that's going on, the constant defamation he's doing on that fucking site. I see what he's doing. I see what he's saying, along with his butt buddy there, his foreign butt buddy of his.
Oh, no. Gregory Hunter owns Gorgeous George. They did it under somebody else's name, October the 22nd of 2019.
I don't care, because I can still get it.
Gregory Hunter owns it.
He doesn't own shit.
He lives in Wild Basin, Texas.
I don't give a goddamn where he is and who he is. I can, because they'll do the check, and they'll realize that I've been doing the show for the longest time, and they will remove him from it, and I will get ownership.
But he already has it.
No, he doesn't have nothing, because it's a process.
Gregory Hunter.
He doesn't own shit because it takes a process. I know this.
Judge, he has a registration number. He owns it.
No, he does not. He has, it will be contested, and he will lose it because I started. I've got the works to prove it. He will lose it because I have all the works to prove that I created it.
It took a year, George, but he has it. Gregory Hunter. He started the application.
I don't give a damn what he has. He can still lose it because of what I've created and the years that I've created it. I don't give a damn what he has. He can lose it just like that because of the creations and the title that I have used throughout the years.
They have it listed as entertainment services in nature of live performances. They're trying to steal all of your shows.
No, well, they're not. They're not.
Well, if he owns the trademark, George, he could sue you for copyright trademarking.
Guess what? I'll take care of that this afternoon. Okay?
They're trying to use that to get your YouTube taken down. He's claiming that he owns Gorgeous George and not
Guess
you.
what? Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll be taking care of that this afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. I'll be taking care of that this afternoon.
How you gonna take care of it, George? You go.
I gotta go. I'm at Henrico County Court right now. I gotta go.
Bye, Joe.